Oh god. What a stupid position for him to just take place at. It just looks so wrong with the way he just hangs there. It looks like it was just a badly placed placement of himself in the environment. Like, if they're going to make it where the pustules he spawns in can just float on the environment and just float on railings. Super janky, broken gameplay like that. Then you can understand why that position he takes when he's doing his acid stream attack right above this cover doesn't make any sense. And it's incredibly broken because it makes his hitboxes even more broken for some reason. Oh, and in case you're wondering, Salazar does have an order to his attacks for each of his 3 phases. But it's all dependent upon where you're standing. If you're not standing on this side of the arena, his moves are completely different. Oh, look at that, he just got stuck on the bottom. He's normally supposed to go back up and do a second slam, but he bugged out, and he was just stuck on the bottom here. And he placed a pustule at that distance. How? How does that make any sense? He's gonna do the slam. And he went right through the geometry. What an absolutely broken fight. And this move is even faster now. They just arbitrarily increase the speed of that acid stream attack in a game that has the slowest Resident Evil character ever. Why? What on earth were they thinking when they designed that? You have no time to react to it. And even when you do react, you're just not fast enough a lot of the times. It's seriously brain dead of the developers to just arbitrarily increase the speed of that move without even thinking about their own designs. Whoa. Yeah, so it's insta-kill attack, then it's the acid stream, then he's doing the shower attack right now, and then afterwards it's going to be the horizontal attack. And he always sets up at that corner right over there. And then it should be the 2 slams. Yep, see? He's supposed to go up immediately, but sometimes he just gets stuck. Because his navigation assistance is just terrible. The way he, like, the actual nav meshing on the way he moves around the environment is not designed very well. It wasn't playtested very well. That's how broken this entire fight is. Slam. Now he's just placing these pustules that last longer than usual, because they're coming directly from his weak spot. And the pattern is repeated. You have to move the shortest distance possible to the side if you're going to avoid that super acid attack after the vertical acid stream. Now he's doing the shower attack, so next is going to be the horizontal attack. He has an absurd amount of life. I still can't believe the developers consider this to be a Plaga mutation. How on earth is this a mutation based around the Las Plagas? This feels more like a mutamycete infection. Even Leon says moldy as a term when describing Salazar. I never thought I would ever see an event like that, where the term moldy would be used in the Las Plagas Resident Evil game. Why? What on earth were they thinking? And that time he got stuck on the geometry. And that's how it should be. He shouldn't be phasing through geometry because he's that broken. But he just does it. These longer lasting pustules can be knifed, by the way. This pathing is so fucking weird. Why did he go right and then go back there? God, who programmed the pathing on this guy? This is like the worst pathing I've ever seen with a Resident Evil boss, I would say. They're hiding all of these broken designs around the golden eggs, because the golden eggs kill this guy in 10 seconds. And they don't even use the golden eggs for something interesting, it's just there to hide broken designs. That's how much the developers know they screwed up Salazar royally. And that's a change in the pattern for some reason. I have no idea why he's changing pattern. This is unusual. Uh-oh. Yep, there's that broken positioning he takes. And he could have hit me through the geometry if he wanted to. Because it's that broken. The developers were seriously high on drugs when designing this entire fight. What am I doing? That's how hard it is to pay attention to the pattern he's doing, because it just drags on for such a long time. And he's such a bad fight. You don't even feel like you're fighting and you're just waiting for something to die. You're waiting for such a broken boss to die. It's absolutely feeble. This is the kind of broken designs I'm expecting in the 90s, not in 2023. I think he's gonna do, yep, he's gonna do the super acid attack. Yeah, so it seems like if Salazar gets stuck on the bottom after the first slam, and he doesn't do the second slam immediately, it cues this next pattern. It cues this alternate pattern of his. Wow, that is so dumb. We're not on the third phase yet. Whoa. Nope, I can't craft anything. Oh, shit. Okay, he's placing pustules. Next, it's the shower attack, so I gotta be prepared. That did no damage. Grenades are so useless against Salazar, and I don't understand why. Oh no. He's doing the... Okay, I think we're on the third phase. He's going to do the easy to avoid attack. Yep. And he just gets angry and just fires like that. And then, I need to pull out my notes for this. This is the order of his attacks. Next, it's the instant kill attack. And then it's the slam attack. After this, it's the super acid attack. Oh shit! Wow, look at that. What a load of garbage that he can just place the pustules that fast, and then immediately start another attack. He's gonna do the vertical acid attack. And he's gonna place pustules now. Oh my god. It should be the easy to avoid attack. Then it's the instant kill attack. Then it's the slam. And it's the super acid attack, and he placed two pustules at the same time somehow. And he's right next to me. I'm fucked. I'm so fucked. Okay, I wasn't fucked that time. Look at that fucking bullshit. The fact that he can just jump right next to you and do those kind of unavoidable attacks. That goes to show how screwed this nav meshing is, and how bad his AI logic is. Why would he ever do an attack at that close of a range and just roost right on top of you? And unfortunately, gonna do another slam. He just places pustules all the time. It's just so stupid. And that does no damage. He's gonna do the vertical acid attack. Whoa! Then it's the slam. Then it's the super acid attack. Look at that. How is he allowed to do that? That's so dumb. You're in like the slowest Resident Evil game ever. And he's gonna place a pustule at that distance. And then you have to sluggishly aim your gun at that pustule. And then turn around and just hope he doesn't hit you with the super acid attack. I've never seen a more fucked up enemy pattern for a Resident Evil boss ever. And he's gonna do, I think it's the vertical acid attack? Where is he? Then it's the pustule placement. This is seriously the most brain-dead fight I've ever seen, but I don't even think it's as bad as Krauser. Honestly, Krauser's the worst. Apparently I missed him, somehow. It's the instant kill attack. Or the slam now, I don't know why. I think it's because I stepped on the stairs for a bit. Alright, it should be the easy to avoid attack. And I don't have any more heavy grenades, god damn it. And he's dead. What an absolutely pathetic fight. Poor pathing, bullshit hitboxes because he can hit you through the geometry. He can place pustules in situations that don't make any sense. Like, he can be right there, or like right here, and you'll place a pustule there, somehow. And as you saw, when he was doing the super acid attack, like before he did the super acid attack, he placed a pustule right there. And I had to sluggishly shoot that pustule, turn around, and hope I'm in the right position to avoid this super acid attack. And he can place pustules in such a way that they'll float on rocks like this, or they'll float on the railing, and they can hit you, and he has so much life. He doesn't shut up, he just keeps on babbling with whatever he's doing. His Plaga mutation is misrepresented on a whole other level, because this is not a Plaga mutation, this is a Mega Mycete mutation that for some reason is in Resident Evil 4. What were they thinking? Like, seriously, what were they thinking? And he's placing pustules all the time. He can roost right on top of you. Like, he can just jump over to you and just do the vertical acid attack right on top of you. Or he'll do the super acid attack and you have no time to get away. And he constantly changes his pattern if you ever so slightly deviate from the area that you're in. Just being on this staircase right here while he was busy doing his easy-to-avoid attack. Even though I went back on this platform when he recovered, he just changed his pattern for no reason. I don't know why his pattern dynamically changes depending on which part of the arena you're on, but this is the only good part of this arena. There's no other area that is good, because he places pustules on this platform all the time. You have this column getting in the way. He's also placing pustules here. He can place pustules here, here, like everywhere. It's you have no chance of fighting this guy normally at all. It's just a damage race. There is zero thought put into this entire pre-alpha of a fight. This pre-alpha of a game. Creating a pre-alpha of a fight. I still consider Krauser to be worse, guys. I really do consider Krauser to be worse. But at least I can say that you can just loop him constantly by just running around in a circle, because there's no imagination to Krauser's boss fight. He has so many bad hitboxes. And at least in Salazar's boss fight, there's a way to get ammunition. Except you're only getting pistol ammo because the game doesn't drop anything else. It doesn't even drop resources from these pustules. There's no small resources dropping, so you can't craft shotgun ammo. The shotgun ammo you use is all you're going to get, so you're just relying upon your pistol the entire time. Or you're probably relying upon other high-powered weapons just to do this. They knew this fight was not well designed. They knew that they did a shit job with this entire fight, so they put in the golden egg cheese. Or 2 golden eggs can kill him in under 10 seconds. Or you just use the rocket launcher, and you just get the rocket launcher replenished at the start of the island, and also during Sadler's fight. If they were really trying to hide the fact that they didn't design a good fight, why would you put it in here? Why? And this is what I don't understand when people are saying, oh, you suck, you're supposed to use the golden eggs. And therefore this fight is well designed. Do you have any idea how retarded that statement is? You're telling me that just hiding the poor designs behind that kind of cheese excludes the poor designs entirely? Are you retarded? Are you dense? Are you seriously dense when you are making those kind of stupid statements? How can you consider this serviceable for a functional game? How? Too much life, too many bad hitboxes hitting you through the geometry, poor pathing. Seriously, just... A 2-year-old could have designed a better fight, and it would have been a lot more serviceable. Like, it is just a cadre of bad bosses. This game has the worst bosses I have ever seen in the entire Resident Evil series. The only boss that's decent is Torres Mendez. Because at least he works a bit better. Every other boss is utter garbage. If you even want to consider them bosses. They're so unfinished, they're so unpolished, they're so unimaginative, they're so stale, they're so repetitive, they're so brain dead. And all you're doing is just mindlessly slotting into the merchant, buying rocket launchers, or in this case using golden eggs to bypass poor designs. Yeah, they just use the merchant system and all these other, like, weird Easter eggs in place of actual hard work. They devoted little to no time to this pre-alpha of a game. This is seriously the most broken game I have ever played. This is the worst Resident Evil game I have ever played, the worst remake I've ever played, and the worst game I've ever played in my entire life. Every single boss is a personification of all of these ideas put together. It's really feeble. It is absolutely feeble. And to think they expected the player to be in this fight for this long because of the amount of dialogue Salazar has. And then contradictory to this, they then put in that stupid golden egg cheese. Right out of the blue, you're just supposed to assume that golden eggs do something. And I guess the merchant request, where you have to throw an egg at that portrait of Salazar, is meant to be a subtle cue that it works this way. But that is so stupid. Like, where is the logic? How are eggs canon to dealing damage to BOWs? Like, how are they canon to the universe of Resident Evil with doing that? And I know rotten eggs in Resident Evil 5 could kill enemies. But seriously, golden eggs now? Like, how is the average player meant to assume this? It's so dumb. And when you're using an Easter egg to bypass a poorly designed encounter, rather than using an Easter egg to speed up a well-designed encounter, that's really where a fine line is drawn. Using Easter eggs in place of an actually well-designed fight. Wow. Round of applause. Welcome to new Capcom's golden age of stupidity, where they have redefined what it means to be an incompetent development team. A seriously brain-dead team that feel like they're run by aliens. It feels like aliens handled this remake. Or in this case, a remilk, a demake, a pre-alpha, whatever you want to call it. Salazar was already bad enough as he was in Resident Evil 4 OG because of the amount of life he had, his limited moveset, the quick time events being stupid, and so you had to stay in the back area the entire time and shoot him, and then he had Plaga Type C supporting him. And overall, it was just a nothing fight, amplified by poor designs. But not to this extreme of a degree. I did not think they could do worse with Salazar. Like, were they really trying to measure up in the lack of care put into Salazar's boss fight in the original game by designing this? Are you seriously kidding me right now? Are you for real? Are you high on methamphetamine? What were they thinking? What were they thinking? I seriously cannot grasp how a team run by individuals that likely got their master's degree or actually got experience out in the professional work environment. How do you get that level of experience and then work for new Capcom and deliver a product that is so broken beyond belief to redefine a new trend in incompetency. I mean, seriously, I know what it's like to go through an education, guys. I did a goddamn master's degree. I've done jobs, for crying out loud, guys. And I get that maybe like game development is probably full of toxic individuals and a toxic work environment. But I don't feel like the work environment was toxic whatsoever. They just wanted to deliver a shoddy product so that they could just rake in the cash by buying into the fans' loyalty to this Resident Evil 4 title. Are you for real, guys? Just help me understand that. Help me to understand how Q&A could accept this. And then the director of this game thinks this is in line with his vision. I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense, guys. Like, I don't know what to say. I really don't. I'm just gonna stop right here, guys. I'm just gonna stop right here and just try to comprehend the mess that is this fight, the mess that is this pre-alpha of a game. Again and again and again till the ends of time. Why do you think I gave this game a 10 to the negative 50 out of 10? It's because these kind of encounters contribute to that. If you even want to call them encounters, I just need to stop right now. Enough of this.